Recording in progress. So everybody, hi. This is a very special session in a certain way, and of course you can do with this whatever you want. Um, I want to show you an approach for the summer. So here's one thing which is very special in the United States, because the summer break in the United States is literally 4 months. That is very different than in Europe. Of course, it's very different also in Latin than in Latin America. Um, the universities have a break all May, June, July, and almost whole August. It's usually the last week of August that the semester starts. And hey, Pedro, the and for many students this is a problem because they get literally disconnected over the summer and either don't know how to practice or they don't practice. And this is not because people are lazy. It's just we're all in that same situation that we need inspiration and we need a good discipline. So, and the program I want to show you has the very big name double high C in 37 weeks. So I know Julia is already smiling, and it sounds big, or it sounds almost this is ridiculous. It is a method from the 60s. So, and I just want to tell you very short how I got to this. I got this a school from my teacher, my old first professional teacher when I was 14, who was the principal trumpet of the Berlin Opera, and he would use this always in the summer. So always when he was in vacation, he would use this. And the special thing about this method is it tells you not to practice every second day. So give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm working. You can't right now come, okay? So it makes you play on day one, on day three, on day five, on day seven, and so on. And every second day, you have a break. I have to interrupt for one little second. So the special thing about this project is that it really asks you to rest every second day. And for the summer, this is really cool because it actually gives you a lot of time to have a killer vacation. On the day you don't play, you don't think about the trumpet, you don't touch the trumpet, you don't do anything. You go swimming, you go hiking, you go you go skiing. Not in the summer. You do what you want to do, and what it does is, is several things. The program increases when I say every day, it means like every 2 days. It increases, very structured, and you're supposed to do exactly what is written there and nothing else. So, of course, some of you might have concerts, you might have rehearsals, or you don't. If you don't do exactly what it says, nothing else. If you have concerts, then you have to find a way to squeeze this in the day uh, when you play, or if the concert comes into a rest day, then do a rest day after the concert day. So somehow you figure out how that works. What it does is the following, and there is quite a long preface. It's a very interesting text. It is in German because it's a copy from Germany. You can copy that from the PDF and translate it with the Google Translator. It works fine. It's really understandable. It's a very nice little read. It is about efficiency. It's about ergonometrics. It's about how to develop endurance, how to develop skills in an intelligent way based on athletics. So, and a very short idea. When you go to the gym, you never work the same muscle 2 days in a row. So when people work, let's say they work biceps, they would do that on Monday, and then the next time, the earliest would be Wednesday. Most likely, even every 3 days or so. So when you train for a marathon, for instance, to run 40 kilometers, you would never run 40 kilometers before the marathon. That's number one. And you would always run, let's say, 10 on Monday, 5 on Tuesday, 15 on Wednesday, complete break on Thursday. So it's a lot, little, very much absolutely nothing. So, or another example, that this is the example of which I heard when I was 14 from my teacher. The strongest people are the butchers, he would say. On Monday, they carry the the cadavers of the cows, of the pigs, and on Tuesday they make sausage. So on Tuesday they relax. On Wednesday they carry again the meat. On Thursday they make sausage. So and this is how our body works. And as trumpet players, I would think the biggest issue that all trumpet players have in their development is to learn how to practice, to learn how not to constantly beat yourself up and be constantly tired, or practicing when you're not in shape and just not getting better in shape because you're already tired, so you get more tired. So, and my experience, hi Anthony, how's it going? Anthony is also from Georgia, and he will start his freshman in the fall. Um, so this is a really, really cool method. If you get to the double high C, and if you want to get to the double high C, and if you do it for 37 weeks, that does really not matter. What matters is it is an amazing guide to be in the summer with a lot of time free and coming out 10 times better in every way of your trumpet playing and having a lot of time. And Julia, I invited you because I know that you right now you have a new baby. You want to spend as little time as possible with the trumpet with the biggest result. I mean, we all want that. So, and guess what? I want that too because I have a family and I have a lot of things to take care of and want vacation as well. So here's I don't want to talk much. I just want to play with you. The method comes in three parts: part one, part two, and part three. Who would have thought that? So part one and part three are very similar. It increases every 5 days, which means like day one and day three is the same. Day two, day four is complete break. Day five and day seven increase, but are the same. Day six and eight are again break. So every 2 days it increases, which means it increases upwards. For instance, if day one goes until the E, day three also goes until the E, and day five goes until the F sharp. So and then it goes little by little until the high C, until the whole range is covered. Here's the cool thing about the part one. It covers literally all important functions of the basics on the trumpet. It covers long notes, it covers slurs, it covers pedal notes, it covers chromatics, it covers scales, it covers single tonguing, it covers slur. It's the basics. So, and they're all, you will notice that when we do this together, they are very simple exercises and they have this cool, very relaxed vibe to it. So there's, you will notice it's kind of like a meditative set of exercises. Here's my experience with it. I did this in 1999 while I was on a Europe tour, driving 7,000 miles through Germany, Switzerland, Italy, Austria, Denmark, and vacationing. And it was the greatest vacation ever. I had so much time, but I did every 2 years. I did that 1.5 hours. It's not much more. 1.5 hours. You can do it in one piece. You can do it in little bits in the day. That's completely cool. You can rest half an hour after this flexibility part. You can rest 10 minutes after the scales, or you don't. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that you play one line and you rest one line, or you play one bar and you rest one bar. So you have this little rest that you never get tight, you never get tired, and it's all cool. Does that make sense? So when part one is finished, part two starts, and part two is completely different. And then when part two finishes, part three starts. So 37 weeks would come together because you would repeat the whole thing 4 times. However, we will not get that far because end of August the semester starts, And you cannot do this while you are having rehearsals, lessons, play in ensembles, play in orchestras, have recitals. You can't do this. You can really only do this well in the summer. So, but I want, uh, if you do the first three parts once with 1 day break in between, it's about 70, I think 79 days, and it goes into the beginning of August. So what happened to me when I did this, I increased my range a fourth. I increased my self-confidence. I increased my knowledge about how to practice, and I increased like all over skills on the trumpet in a way which I could not imagine. The reason why I did this in 1999 because I wanted to audition for a musical theater, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. All know the Jorobado in Notre Dame, which was a production in Berlin, and I saw the audition list, and the thing has, I think, 25 high E's, and I did not have a high E back then as a student. So I wanted to audition. I knew the audition is in September, and I did this, and I won the audition 4 months later. So but telling you now I'm 49. Back then I was in my 20s. The reason why I think this is stunning is not because you will be stronger with high register. You will be stronger in your knowledge how to treat yourself and have a lot of time by doing less. Make sense? Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I shared the PDF in the I already shared it to you in WhatsApp, but I also shared it here in the chat. You can download it from the chat, and I will screen share it, and we're gonna do it together. And we simply gonna do it like this. You're all muted. I play, and you repeat. And the repeat will be silent. So whenever you take this video, you can play along with the video until you just do it by yourself. Make sense? And I'm gonna put this in YouTube. So let me do the screen sharing. Hier, kannst du zum Bild setzen? So here we go. Can you see this? Double high C in 37 weeks. I know this is a really funny title, but forget the title. So there's some English preface. The rest is German. I really suggest you copy all the German written stuff and translate it in Google Translator. You will have a very, very interesting read. Okay, so today is day number 3. Let's imagine we started on May 1st. It's pretty easy to think we started on May 1st, so we can always get together. My plan is this: we're gonna connect sporadically and play together what is on that day in the program. Let's say we connect on day number 17 and we just play what the program says for day number 17. You see, this is quite a lot of writing. So here we start. Okay. Day 1 and 3 is the same. You can see this, right? Day 1 and 3. I just want to show this very short to you. It starts very simple and very slow. I just have to get those out of the way. Here we go. Day 1 and 3. For instance, the long notes only go until the low C. Later they will go until the high C. All the chromatic stuff and the slur stuff only goes until middle C. Okay. After 1 week, you will be at high G already. Anyway, let's not go ahead. I think we just play this together. You have your instruments ready. So I play a bar and then you play a bar. So we have always automatically enough rest. This will not be even an hour. It will be less than an hour. Okay. Here comes number two. Number three. Now we go into the pedal notes. Mhm. So this program develops the pedal notes in the same way how it develops the high register. You will notice you will be able to play lower than double pedal C with a focused embouchure. Okay, this starts very simple until low C. And at the end of part 3, after about 1 month, we're going to do this until high C. So, exercise number 4. Let's do one thing. We slur up and we articulate down with D, 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 okay? Okay, this was it. At the end of the first part, we go high up to high C. Okay, exercise number 5. Now we go into the flexibility. Each bar repeats 4 times. So I think you can already see where this goes, right? Every 2 days it increases. and so on. So it goes until the snow. Yeah. And the second part starts with a high C, and every 2 days it adds half a note. So on day 1 and 3, second part is high C. On day 5 and 7, it's high C sharp. On day 9 and 11, it's high D. So it develops until a high G. So and then the third part goes from there, and at some point you get as high as you can, but it's always very, very mellow, very simple, very basic. So, and now the next exercise is one of the key exercises of this whole method. It is inverted chords. And I just want to go ahead because this exercise always goes over 2 octaves. And on the way back, of course, it starts on the main note. And so on. So in the very first days, it doesn't go there because it develops slowly there. But I just want you to know why this is constructed this way. Yeah, let's do it from as it's written. So the very beginning. Oops, it's funny. I'm here. That was it. Look, this was it for day 1 and 3. You see, this is really, really, really simple. And this was half an hour. Can you see this? So this is very, very simple. On day 5 and 7, this whole thing goes until E. You will see the chromatics go until E. You see? Today it went until C, there was until E. The slur exercise goes until E. And the exercise we just did goes until D. And it adds G major. And then the long tones come at the end. And they go until F. Today we did them until low C. On day 9 and 11, everything goes until, I think, until G. Give me a second. It goes until G, you see? And after 1 week, you're already until G. The slurs go until G. This exercise goes complete until G. And you see, and it adds G sharp major or A flat, but it doesn't go to A flat because that day only goes until G. So it's very, very well structured. The long notes go until middle C, and I just want to go ahead. So just that you see how fast this is increasing. Eventually, you see it adds scales. Those scales will be very slow when you for instance get on day 13. That's the tempo. It's all very, very simple. Very simple. So I'm gonna go ahead so you can have a look what happens to the month of May. So, and I know for many of you, this is actually quite a big deal. Say, I think it is 29 days or something. So the end of the first part, here we go. Wait a second. The end of the first part is, I believe, day 30. No, that's already the second part. Okay. So where is it? Yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm looking. That looks like the second part. Yeah. The second part only consists of these chord exercises, but really, really, really down into the pedal register. So let me show you. After 21 days, we have this whole thing up to high C. So I just want to show you 21, 21, day 21 is here. So this is day 21. We develop the pedal register. We go really down to the pedal C, the double pedal C, and then the slur exercises. It's the same as we did, and everything goes until high C. So you see here. Everything is slow and it's not necessarily soft, but very relaxed. You never force. You never force. So you condition your body, and those go. But slow and each bar 4 times, right? Same we did consequently. And this exercise now goes from F sharp major through all the scales up until C major. Just want to show this. It's missing. I think there's a page missing. Give me a second. 58. What is this here? 56. Page number 57 is missing. I think it comes afterwards. It's funny. Makes sense, right? So it's the same exercise. It is very logical, everything. And the scales, you see, the scales go up to high C as well. So this is the B and then it goes. Anyway, for now, just do this. Be as disciplined as you can. If you have nothing else to do, today was half an hour. Tomorrow you rest. On Friday, you can do go for day number 5, yeah, because day number 1 and 3 is really simple. You go for day number 5, so everything goes until middle E. So on Saturday you rest, on Sunday you do day number 7, and then consequently you go up and let's say we can meet each other in 1 week, just to check in. We do this for 40 minutes together, and that's it. Not much big a deal. So and in 2 weeks we see each other on that day, and the anchor day is May 1st. So day number 1 is May 1st. Then you will always know what day comes when. Again, if you have a gig, if you have a concert that falls on a break day, just do the break day afterwards, and then when we get together, we just adjust it. I mean, it's really, nobody dies, right? I remember in my travel 20 years ago, I had days I couldn't practice because I was driving from Paris to Tuscany in one day, and I arrived like at 2 in the morning, and that's a long drive. And anyway, so this is the idea, and you will see this whole thing becomes incredibly fast, very demanding. It goes into, actually, I can take this away here so we can see each other. It becomes very fast into a very demanding and challenging, not only register but also um, in general. In general, the skills which are asked of you increase. I would also say dramatically, and you will go with the flow because everything is in so little steps that you don't hurt yourself. You will not hurt yourself, but you will see an incredible increase. And here's the thing: after 3.5 months, you will be on the trumpet where you have never been imagined to be in such a short time. I promise that to you. I really promise that to you. So I know that for the professionals among you, that doesn't sound too strange because if we practice well, magic happens. So very often the only reason why magic doesn't happen is because we practice like shit or we don't practice consistently. Yeah? And the ones of you who are students or you have been students already, you already know there are times when you are really well playing and others where you're suffering. And usually suffering is when we always kill ourselves. We always hurt. It's always too much, too much, too much. And what I really like about this method, you see, there's no rocket science. These are very simple exercises. You find them in Schlossberg, you find them in Arban. The chromatic could be Clark 1. The scale exercise is nobody reinvented the scales, it's just slow scales. And doing a chord inversion is also not that something that somebody new invented. So it's very simple things, long tones, no rocket science either. But all these things together in this method, one day play, one day rest, one day play, one day rest, you will develop almost an indifference to drama. Does that make sense? There's an indifference to drama because let's say you get to a point when it's too taxing for yourself and you start forcing, well, tomorrow is the day rest. On the other day, you're absolutely fresh and cool. There's no tension. You cannot take tension from one day to the next. And that becomes a habit. So I want you to experience that. It is an invitation. Of course, I have no means to control what you do with this. But if you have nothing other to do, uh, uh, do this, do this, and do it really consistently. And here's the thing: on the day you don't play the trumpet, you don't think about the trumpet. So you have vacation. You really have vacation, and you go swimming. You go in the mountains or whatever you do. Take a dance course, take a diving course, whatever. Do some crazy stuff because you will notice how much freaking time you have. Right now, on the practice day, we just played half an hour. That half an hour becomes 1.5 hours. And it's never really much more. It's like when we do long tones until high C, that's like 20 minutes. So it's an hour and a half, an hour and 40 maybe at the end of part one. Part two is much shorter. And then we go back to part three, really expands. So, but it's also, if you look at the Schlossberg method, for instance, the Schlossberg method, if you try playing exercises in the back of the method, you will not be able to play it. But if you go little by little, at some point you do very crazy things on the trumpet, and the psychological effect of this method is really mind blowing. I can promise that. So find your sweet spots, and we can also talk when we get together. You can share your challenges. So you say like, you know what, I tried to do this, but I got this church gig and I got rehearsal. Well, we will see how that works. Okay. Does anybody have a question about this? All good? It's
Yes, I
this,
do.
right?
I have a question. Do you warm up before doing this kind of exercise? No.
No, so here's a question. Why would you warm up if the first three exercises are a warm up? You know, I mean,
Okay.
you have seen the exercises. They are so basic that every warm up that you can possibly come up with is in it. Stamp is in it. Schlossberg is in it. Um, James Thompson, Buzzing Basics is in it. Everything is somehow in it, and it's really cool. So it is a peace of mind method, and what I really want you to consider, we have beginning of May. When August hits, you all will be an absolute different player. I promise that. I promise that to you. But not through stress, through a very intelligent approach. So and then you will see what you can do with this. Make sense?
Alex, I have a question.
Yes.
We have to do the who attack or no testing in the first note, or just we attack.
How you want. Up to you. If you
Okay.
if you have things that you want to do with it, perfect. If you want to do the triples, do it like that. That doesn't matter. You can be inventive. You can be inventive.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
and if you guys have, for instance, if you have if you have still concerts going on or things, you could uh, enter the first part on day 9, which goes to G. Start on day 9. Just keep the count. So our reference is May 1st is day 1, and even if you do it until G now, you will be faster at the high C, and then you play several repetitions more until high C. That doesn't matter, so that you keep in shape or whatever. But for all the freshmen, I would really suggest do it as it's written. Today's day 3, and on Friday is day 5. So and you just go on with that method. Don't think about it. Don't make it more complicated than it is. Okay? And I'm very happy that you guys have this opportunity. I met this opportunity way too late. Cool. And Julia, you will have a lot of time for your little one. Cool. Well, guys, if there's any question, you can always.
Dr. Freund,
Yes, please.
did you say you're gonna post this PDF in the WhatsApp?
Yeah, it is in the WhatsApp. It's actually I sent the PDF in the
Oh,
WhatsApp
okay.
already, and I can post it again. And I will upload this to YouTube, and I send you all the YouTube link. So in case, I mean, I don't think that it's necessary to play along, but if somebody wants to play along, you can use this video and do it, and then you just do it by yourself. Cool?
Okay. Thank you.
Cool, guys. I'm very happy to do this. We will not meet every week, of course, over the summer. So at some point, we will probably meet every 2 weeks or sometimes every 3 weeks, and just to check in. So I just want to do this together, and then that you also see how cool this is to just play it and then you put it away. Good. Enjoy, guys. For today, you're done. Cool. Have much fun, and if there's any question, just fetch me a message, okay? Ciao.
Thank you, Alex. Bye.